yet.
Is it dinner yet?
No, in about a half an hour. There's no one home. Why don't you wait upstairs in your room? It's much warmer up there.
Maybe I'll walk out to the store and get a cigar.
Pop, it's 12 degrees. There's ice on the streets. Gino gets you a cigar when he comes home.
I like cold weather.
Pop, you're always complaining that you're freezing.
I don't like it cold in the house. I like it outside. I have nothing to read. I think I'll go to the library.
Pop, it's 6 o'clock. The library's closed. Besides, Gene has a million books upstairs.
I don't read what he reads.
He has everything.
He doesn't have a book on Trotsky.
Pop, you just finished a book on Trotsky.
One book doesn't cover Trotsky. On Thursdays, they're open till 7.
This is Friday.
I'll take a chance.
What? But you had to watch me. Slip and fall and break your hip again. You don't even have any shoes on. What are you going to do? Why are you smelling your slippers?
I'll put on my galoshes.
What have you got in your brown paper bag?
Where?
In your hand. What have you got there?
Nothing. Just garbage. I was going to throw it away.
It's garbage. Give it to me and I'll put it in the trash can.
Will you stop treating me like a child? I'm your father. I'll do what I want. When I'm dead, you can treat me like a child.
You're not going to the library. You're going somewhere else. I want to know where you were going.
I'll go where I want. If you don't like it, I'll move in with Blanche. Blanche treats me with respect. Don't interfere with me.
Papa, it's 6 o'clock. You never go anywhere at 6 o'clock. Now, if there's something in that bag that is important, you give it to me and I'll take it there myself.
The day I can't take care of my own things, they'll be praying for me at the synagogue. Hey, Katie, don't!
What is this? This is your bed sheet. Where were you taking it?
The Chinese laundry, they never close. I want it back, please.
You stole your bed sheet and you were afraid to tell me. Why? Papa, I've been doing the bed sheet since I've been 10 years old. You had an accident. It's all right.
At night I've had an accident. This is the first time during the day.
What better things have I got to do with my time, huh? No one lives in this house anymore. Now take off your coat. You're going to catch cold.
Not a word, you promise me? I couldn't stay here if the boys knew.
The boys? Oh, who sees the boys? I forgot what they look like.
Hi, Grandpa. Did you hear? It's the coldest day in the history of the earth. Is Stanley home yet? Stan!
What are you yelling for? I hear you.
I was yelling upstairs for Stanley. Why are you sitting in your coat?
What?
Why are you sitting in your coat?
I was going up. Your mother changed my mind.
You're better off. It's freezing outside. I saw a man kissing his wife on the corner and they got stuck to each other. Mr. Jacobs, the tailor, is blowing hot steam on them.
Two people got stuck?
Yeah, and if they can't get them apart, they're going to have to sew all their clothes together.
They couldn't get them apart.
It's a joke, Grandpa.
That's a joke. What kind of joke?
I made it up. It's not really a joke. It's just funny.
To who?
To me.
So if it's funny to you, what are you telling it to me for?
The strange thing about my grandfather is he has totally no sense of humor. None. But everything he says I think is funny. Maybe because he doesn't mean it to be. I mean, if he tried to be funny, he wouldn't be. Where's Mom?
What kind of animal wears a zipper?
I don't know. What kind?
A horsefly.
See what I mean?
That's a joke. Not two people got stuck together. You understand?
Yes, Grandpa. Thanks for the valuable information. My mother and father are the same way. I mean, I could say something so funny that the pictures on the walls would get cracked from laughing. But those three, they just stare at me like dead bodies. I tried to become a comedy writer one day, and this is the encouragement I get.
What kind of fish sings an opera?
What kind of fish sings an opera? I give up. What kind?
A halibut.
A halibut?
No. That's wrong. I thought it was a halibut, but it doesn't sound right.
Okay. I guarantee you that halibut is funnier than the real answer. I mean, look at it. Sitting there with a halibut. I mean, if he put it on to be funny, it would be dumb, but he doesn't know he's got it on, so it's just staring at him.
Hey, listen, does a mackerel sound right?
Don't work on it, Grandpa. It'll come to you. The only one who really appreciates my humor is my brother Stanley. When I make Stanley laugh, I feel like Charles Lindbergh landing in Paris. And Stanley comes up with great ideas, too. That's why we teamed up. We're going to become a comedy writing team one day. The Jack Benny Show was brought to you by Lucky Strike. It was written by Sam Perrin, Nate Monister, Milt Joseph Berg, and Stanley and Eugene M. Jerome.
What are you eating an apple for? I made chocolate pudding.
It's not a fatal combination, Mom.
Gee.
Is Pop home yet?
I don't think he's coming home for dinner.
Again?
Yeah.
That's twice this week. Then what are you setting his place for?
To hell with him, Gene. That's what I'm setting his place for.
Grandpa? What's wrong with Mom? Did she and I have another fight?
None of my business.
You know what's going on. She talks to you. You can tell me.
She used to talk to me. She doesn't talk to me anymore.
You know, she snaps at everyone now. Even Stanley can't get a rise from her.
She was always that way. Even as a child, she used to shut off for a whole month.
I can't picture her as a child. Was she really supposed to be such a good dancer?
I only saw her dance once. I didn't like to go to those places. She used to win cups at that place.
The Primrose Ballroom.
Near Long Beach.
The Primrose.
It was a big dance place in those days. The Primrose Ballroom, yeah.
Even his timing was terrific. I mean, he was the greatest teacher of comedy I ever met, only he didn't even know I was studying.
Sure. She was a terrific dancer.
She told me that she danced with George Raft once.
Who?
George Raft, the movie actor.
Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah. Sure, she danced with him. He wasn't even a star then. He was just a greasy-looking kid. He used to go from one ballroom to another and pick out the best dancers. She was 15, maybe 16 years old. Not pretty. She was never pretty. But she was graceful on her feet.
Well, why didn't she ever try to become a professional? Wasn't she good enough?
Yeah. She had the accident. She burned half the skin. 12 girls died in that fire. The owner of the shop went to jail. There was no ventilation, no back door. She couldn't walk for a whole year. She never went back to the beach again, not with her back like that. Her sister Blanche was a beautiful girl. And the boys used to line up outside the house just to look at her. But Blanche couldn't dance a note.
What are you two talking about?
Oh, about the time that you danced with George Raft.
See, Pop, I told you, he doesn't believe me.
Who said I believe you? One day I'm going to write a movie starring George Raft. And he goes into this club, takes your hand, takes you out to the dance floor, and dances the tango with you.
Make it a foxtrot. I think a foxtrot better.
What was the name of that place when you danced?
The Primrose Ballroom.
That's it, the Primrose.
Come come here, I have to talk to you. I have major news.
Where
You won't...
Stanley, the pot roast is getting dry.
Sit down, please. I
Hey,
have
Pop, do you want a little wine with dinner tonight?
No wine for me. Do what you ask. I'll have a beer.
Oh, no, bad idea.
You got wine?
Yeah.
If only I could get these two on television. Will you come in here, please? I have spectacular news for this family.
Family? What family? Do you see a family here?
Mama, please, sit.
Gene,
All right. Ready? I wish to announce that your youngest son, Eugene Mars Jerome, is getting married.
A Jewish?
he's kidding, Pop. It's a joke. He's not even going with anyone. How is he going to get married, huh?
True. I'm not going with her yet, but I've seen her. Her name is Josie. I talked to her. I had lunch with her. I saw the color of her eyes. This is marriage, Ma. This is the girl for the rest of my life.
This is the girl that you went with last summer.
No, I hate that girl. I never liked her.
You went with her for a whole summer.
I had nothing else better to do. She was all right on the first date. Part of the first date until 9:30.
You liked the girl until 9:30?
No, he's kidding, Pop. It's a joke.
That's a joke, too. That's what to tell you about the two people who got stuck together.
This girl is serious. I knew it the minute I saw her. Her father owns a music company on the floor where I work. She writes poetry. She paints. Her father hung her paintings all over his office. She plays tennis and golf. She can play softball. She's incredible. She's been to Europe. She hums Bach and Beethoven. She can whistle Rachmaninoff. She has jet black hair and olive skin, and when she walks down the street, the construction workers fall into the cement. Oh, I swear, if I live to be 100, I'll never meet another girl like this.
And she likes you too.
Likes me? We had lunch together and ate from the same chopsticks. We couldn't stop talking. Philosophy, literature, sports. Yeah, she likes me all right.
I never heard you so excited about a girl before.
There's one minor complication, though. She's engaged to be married.
What?
He's kidding, Papa. It's a joke.
No, really. She's engaged to this Harvard law student, but I'm not worried. I think I have the inside track.
I'm going to check my fibros.
She's breaking it off. She told him that she's not in love with him, but he doesn't care. He wants to marry her anyway. I mean, if she was married him, would she have had lunch with me today?
Maybe she's looking for wedding gifts.
I wanted to meet the family. I wanted to come to dinner next week.
Jane, the family hardly ever gets together for dinner anymore.
On Sunday, everyone's home on Sunday.
I don't know, Jane. I don't know. We'll see. A lot can happen until then. And I'm sure that she is a very nice girl, but eat from your own chopsticks.
She never turned down a chance to cook for someone before. Something's wrong between her and Pop, isn't there? Grandpa? Can you hear me? He's sleeping. He's probably working on the halibut junk.
Where are you going? It's almost dinner.
I'm not leaving the country.
Oh.